Good door. Hey, lovers. Welcome. Heather and Samantha with the Cosmic Chix coming at ya.
Yes. All
Yes.
excited about tonight.
Yes.
Gonna
It's going to
be a
be
good one.
woo, is it? Woo. So today we're keeping it in light and real, and it's not going to be so glamorous side of the spiritual growth. We're going to be getting raw, real, and deep about the awkward moments that nobody wants to talk about during the awakening experience. So, what are your thoughts on that, Samantha?
I think the collective can definitely relate to the awkward moments, and we'll find it very humorful, and will laugh with us because they get it, because it is a funny side to the spiritual realm, and there's a funny side to us learning our gifts and remembering them. And hey, what's more than organic than being your true authentic self and sharing your awkward and blooper moments, being an enlightened being and knowing who you are.
Absolutely. And what a better way than do some awkward moments, right?
For sure. We need
Stir
that
it
good
all up.
we need that good laughing medicine.
Yes. Well, and they say the best medicine is laughter, so I think we're going to get that tonight. Okay,
For
so
sure.
before we dive in, please like, subscribe, and share. We are growing the Cosmic Chix Network, and we would love to have each and every one of you as a part of the Cosmic Chix tribe.
For
And
sure.
before we dive in, we have a slightly awkward announcement. We are hosting our first live event.
Yes.
Yes.
Celebration.
Yes. And it's called the Cosmic Heart Journey, and it's happening on February the 7th. It's a safe, welcoming space to offer your intuition without any of the awkwardness we're going to describe today. Okay. So it'll be an awkward free safe space.
And listen, all awkwards with with a great sense of humor and want a good laugh and to laugh at each other. This is a sacred space for you.
Yes.
We invite
And
all the awkward energy in for the highest good.
Yes. Yeah. And early bird tickets are available now, so all the info will be waiting for you in the show notes.
Yes.
So
That's our February 7th event, right?
yes, February 7th. And so Samantha, can you provide the address? Do you have that? Or
I sure do. So if you're from the Cincinnati area, this is in Northside. I love Northside. Love their energy over there, their creative energy. So this is at 1757 Chase Avenue. I honestly forgot the zip code, but we will plug that in. If you follow Heather and I on Facebook or on YouTube, you will find that zip code. You can message me for more information. It's $25 a ticket. This is my girl Heather doing some beautiful breath work and yoga in February. I'll be on the sound bowls doing a guided meditation. And guess what, you guys? To celebrate the month of love.
Yes.
We're giving you a self-love gift for attendance. And kids are welcome too. So
yes.
This is a $25 love donation. and it's going to be pretty magical. And we got more magical events at this same location happening in the beginning of this year. So stay tuned, reach out, plug in.
Yes, yes. All right. So let's just dive into what we've all been waiting for.
Yes.
So, topic number one, we're going to talk about 3 awkward moments during the awakening experience. And their first one is the coming out cringe. And it is,
We
you
all love
know,
the coming out crunch.
yes, yes. And pretty much mine was very practical. I was leaving my corporate job after many years, and my dad passed away. And then several months later, I was meditating at his grave, and all of a sudden, I heard, and it was Archangel Michael, and he was like 911, and I'm like, I stood up and I sat up and I'm like, what? And then I also heard death doula. And I'm like, what in the world are you talking about? And basically, it was my initiation of all of my gifts. I was being notified that a part of my mission was to go, technically, it's what I do today, take people through the death, transformation, and rebirth process. But at the time that I was witnessing this story, my exact response was, are you kidding me? I was like, I couldn't even handle when my dad passed away, let alone sit there and to do a job like that. Because a death doula is where you're taking people through the 12 stages of death. And today, I could see myself doing that at that moment in my older years, but initially I didn't understand. And then as I started to progress through my awakening experience, I come to find out what it all meant. And I was also guided that it wasn't going to be anything fanciful like my visions were. Because my vision was like some big grand scheme, and they're like, no, no, it's very simple. Very simple. Because I think when we're going through an awakening, we expect some like grand hurrah, I've made, and when in reality, your perception changes, but a lot of times our environment, nothing's changed except for our energy state. So,
So true.
um, and then
And
when I
then your
told
environment changes.
yes, and then I told my family about it, and they just kind of looked at me like I was like crazy. They was like, yeah, you were just sitting there at the grave meditating, then all of a sudden, an
Yeah.
archangel comes to you
I
saying
think
you're
a
gonna be
lot
a
of us
death
can relate
doula.
to that, Heather.
Yeah. All right. So Sam, what's on your agenda? What was your
My coming
big?
out, okay. Mine is really out there and what people would probably be like, whoa. So this just got, my guys are just talking about me because I forgot about this. I remember I was listening to some supernatural information, and I'm hearing the audio book being read to me, but then there was another voice through my headphones that says, we've been listening to you. I just remembered that. I forgot. And I was like, what? Like, I was like, it's in my audio book is still talking. And
Yeah.
it was my guys from Higher Dimension saying they came through, they were like, hey, we've been listening to you. And then I was in meditation, and I used to be a hardcore meditator. And I mean, I would spend like an hour and a half meditating, going through each of my chakras, aligning them. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
And I went to my I think it was my heart chakra. I went to my heart chakra, and a rainbow energy came out like Pink Floyd. And I'm not making this is like real. This is
Yeah,
real,
that makes,
real.
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
All right. And
Yeah,
then,
because your heart chakra is a bridge. It's the bridge to the, it's the bridge to the
well,
higher realm.
yes, it is. It is a connection to all, but it is
Right.
also with those rainbow colors. That's God creation colors. When I see those
Right.
colors, I know I'm magical right now, right? I
Yeah.
actually saw
Well,
those today. But then I went to my no, I can't. No, it wasn't my heart chakra. It was my third eye. The rainbow came out. Okay.
mhm.
Then I went to my crown chakra, and I saw all these shadow silhouettes walking towards me like in real life. And I was like, oh, I'm gonna start seeing spirits, right?
Mhm.
Speed up in the physical realm. I just knew there was a portal right in front of Kohl's on Harrison Avenue in Cincinnati, Ohio. Fun, fun
There's a
fact for all
portal.
those wanting to know where that portal was, right? And I knew it was a portal there. I was like, okay, it's a portal. What are you guys trying to tell me? Drove my car to a different location, got out the car. I saw all these higher dimensional beings
Mhm.
coming, shape shifting through the cloud to show me that what I was experiencing, what I didn't put together, they sent me the message in meditation that they were coming to visit me in the physical. But I
Right.
didn't know that when I saw them in my crown chakra.
Right.
So when they shape shift through the clouds, I was in awe. Like I was taking pictures. There were so many different of them. I had to call my best friend, be like, okay, I'm not the only one seeing this. And what their message was intuitively was they made me feel intuitively that we are family, and
Mhm.
that they are here and that they are supporting me, and that's why they came to show me in the physical realm. So if you want to kind of like out their story about spiritual awakening, well, that one's a pretty good one.
Yeah. Well, because I've had multiple layers. Like that was like just my dipping my feet wet. So I told you about the one I had at the Cancer full moon where my third eye opened and I saw who everyone was through all time and space, and I'm like, whoa,
Yeah,
whoa, whoa, and I'm still integrating that wisdom.
yeah,
So
you talked about that several times.
yeah, like
So
I think I've gotten it under wrap, but which, well, I'll go ahead and
I
leave that
think
in.
I think Heather, if you didn't have like an awkward moment, then I would be like,
Oh,
because
I've
when
had plenty of awkward
you,
moments.
you
Like,
know, like with our, with us having our spiritual awakening, it's
mm-hmm.
so out there to people that if you didn't have like an out there experience, then I'd be like, But when Heather came in alignment with me and she's talking about her out there experience, I'm like, yeah, that's my sister.
Yeah, well, because most people are working on one lifetime. So I chose to, I guess, what I realized, what I was told is that I came to transcend all the timelines simultaneously because there's no such thing as time and space. And that technically the
That's
energy
true.
we're in right now is our father's sins, which means if there's no such thing as time and space, they are also our sins that transcend. So
But we're also showing people and sharing and having this sacred space of awkward moments that they're real, and that
yeah,
we can have this space to relate with each other and validate each other that you're not alone. These things really do happen. And
yeah. Entities are real, like the one at the end
yes,
of my bed. And I wake up, Sam in the hotel, like, is there something at the end of our bed? Am I seeing shit?
yes,
She's like, yeah. I was like, I'm protected and it's staying there. She's like, how does it feel? I was like, I'm protected. I don't feel anything. And then my guy's like, it's just a passerby. And I'm like, oh, okay. Huh. This is new. And that was right after that. That was in that was in like August.
Yeah, when
So and my site,
we did our event.
yeah. So I'm more telepathic. Those have been the skills that I have relied on over a lot. So I'm learning to focus back on my inner sight, which is just about slowing back down to awareness. And so the second awakening, I guess, that I had in July, we'll just dive right into, is this even real phase? Because when I had this awakening, I had this partner and we had just lived several lifetimes, and even my sisters and my father and my mother, I was able to see all of our timelines, and not just this lifetime, all of them, that I like, that we still had cords and attachments and contracts and governors and just all kinds of stuff that I had to clear and heal, because that was a part of why I saw it. And I had all the wisdom at once, because they're like, oh, you want to know? Ah, here you go. Now you know. Now you got to deal with it.
Well, in a way, your soul was contracted ready to be revealed. That, you know what I
It
mean?
was absolutely, and I knew that, like my soul, because that's what I was telling everyone. I was like, my soul is driving. I was like, I try, like I'm my ego is being put in the passenger seat and told to strap in, hold my titties on tight, and to make sure my hairpiece doesn't fall out, because I'm going for a cosmic ride, and it's gonna be good once it's done. But it was necessary, and that was 6 months ago. And what, 2 days ago we had the Cancer full moon.
Yep.
And that completed that cycle. But during this journey, okay, this past 6 months, when you are working on multiple timelines, they blur and they mend together. Meaning, sometimes I would like just go into meditation because I drive a lot. And anytime I drive, I automatically go to my place, right? And then I wake up and I'm like, where the hell am I at? Or I just was experiencing circumstances where I'm like, is this really happening? Like
Yeah.
things that, huh?
Yeah, I could definitely relate for sure. It gives you sometimes, like, because we're able aware. That's the main thing my guys are saying.
Yes.
We're aware that we are on multiple timelines. Not be before, but before we had those awakening moments, that a lot of times Heather's familiar, like she'll know when I'm picking up information or people that are around me, because I'll kind of just stare away. I'll have a look, and I'm accessing energy on different dimensions, or I'm there on a different dimension.
Yeah.
And it does, uh, it can make you question if what you are experiencing is real. And that's
Yeah.
why we need a community and a safe place to talk about these things and validate people.
Yeah, because when I started, my telepathy skills started coming on, and I'm like, Sam, the food is talking to me. Like, I literally hear the people's food that I'm delivering. I was like, what am I supposed to do with it? And I actually had to tell myself that I needed space and quiet and my own,
Yeah.
because initially I was playing with it, like, oh yeah. And then all of a sudden I'm drained and I'm like, okay, I definitely love my telepathy and I love being able to communicate and hear people, but I have to have respect for them, and there has to be some healthy boundary for my vessel and my
Yeah,
container, instead
for
of always
sure.
having the valve open. So that was my lesson,
Yeah.
was my
Same
telepathy
thing.
awakened.
Same thing, Heather. It's like with your telepathic, and you're able to read, like you can walk by and hear somebody's energy speak to you, right? And sometimes it'd be like, whoa, like what? You know, like I
Well,
could
with my
have
moon.
I could have been there's times with spirits I'm like, I didn't need to know that.
Yeah. Oh, well.
You know, you gotta be like, I,
I have that when I
I
was
would have done
mentoring.
better not knowing that spirit thing.
Ah. Well, when I just before I decided to quit drinking, because I decided that was a part of my journey, that with me being as hearing and being a cleared channel, that I have to be responsible, because that really does mess with my auric field, and the spirit of alcohol, basically it does. It's like jabbing your auric field. It's like, and you get holes in it. So anyway, I would hear people what they would say and like what they wanted to do to me, like dirty thoughts. And I'm just like, dude, if you only knew that I could hear you, you would not be thinking that. And I'll just look at them
Exactly.
like, ah. But I guess that's what you get when you're single.
Yeah,
But yeah,
it,
so I have to limit that. So what's your story, Sam? What's your is this even real?
I've done a lot of that, and even now, I mean, like I don't think it's nothing wrong to not to question. I think it's important to question.
Yeah.
I know it's not fake. I know that. I know there's no way that I could turn back and be that old Sam after being spiritually awake and exposed and to the wisdom and knowledge. There's no going back. But definitely with the telepathic, I agree, Heather. It's just like, well, that's kind of awkward. I didn't need to know that.
Yeah.
Or, or I had
Just
a
like keep
co
your thoughts to yourself. Actually, one day
yes.
it came out, and or have you ever read their thoughts and told it back to them as you were reading it?
Oh,
And
yeah.
it was like, "Are you reading my
Yes.
thoughts?" And I'm like, "Well, I didn't think I was, but I think I am. I don't know. Am I?"
That's true because I had a coworker, had a family member that passed away, and her family member spirit knew I obviously how they know by vibrationally that I can communicate,
Mm-hmm.
and I was trying to respect my boundaries, and I was like, okay, I finally told my coworker, I was like, okay, your family member won't leave me alone. Can I can I tell you what he's talking about? And I'm just going to tell you the awkward moment of that conversation. It's like he showed me him break dancing, and like he was really goofy, and he came in with the energy like Martin Lawrence. I don't know, where he crazy hairdo and jacked up teeth.
Uh-huh.
It showed me his humor, and he kept on talking about his hemorrhoids, and I'm like, dude, I'm not going to talk to your loved one about your hemorrhoids. So if you really want an awkward moment, that is an awkward moment. And then
Yeah.
my coworker humor, so I already know her, and we just laugh, and she's like, "Yep, that's him."
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Well, and the thing is I can hear the loved ones, but I can't, like, and my, like, I see like colors and visions, and I know they're there and they touch me, but like, I don't actually, like, I don't see, like, I hear them and I know they're there. So, which is funny because the other day, um, I could hear a kid that passed away when I was younger, and I was like, "What?" And he just kept saying, "Skip to my Lou," because we were singing "Skip to my Lou" like when we were like younger, and I remember singing it in class, and I was like, and he came to me, and he just told me that he never told me, but like I was a really good friend, and that he
Oh,
was sad that we didn't get to grow up together, but he was always there. And yeah, it was because I get more premonitions, like, honestly, because like I'm like, if I can't, because that's my deal. I'm like, I know it's there, but I know, so if it's something that I'm really working on, I'll be shown whether in symbolism or like something I will know.
So did you have an awkward moment in symbolism for those people that are at where you're at?
What was that?
What was your awkward moment with like symbolism?
Oh, well, symbolism has caught me a couple of ways, honestly. Um,
But
an
awkward.
awkward moment with symbolism, I'll give you like my most awkward goes back to my awakening
Yes, we want to know the most
experience.
awkward.
Yeah, it was when I had that insight and I had that, epiphany of who everyone was. I come home and I see a cup and it's a whiskey glass and it must have been from my sister's checkerboard. And I remember as soon as I saw that X, okay, and X means extermination. It's not a good symbol, okay. And I saw my sister writing an X on my forehead, and this is past life, so we are our brothers, our sisters, our fathers, so I forgive her. But she put me in the gas chamber and stuff. But I remember that, and I was like, oh my god! And then I was like, whose cup is this? Because I didn't really know whose cup it was, but I knew whoever's cup it was. And
It was their energy. That was them.
and then as soon as she said that it was hers to the checkers, that's when I got that download. And then I actually wound up talking to her about the symbolism. And I cleared it with a sigil. I did. I did draw a sigil. I did. Yeah, it was crazy. First time, and I never really thought that my journey that was my real, is this even real type of reality? Yeah. And I'm like, and eating my popcorn, like, and why the hell did I sign up to do this? Because I mean, that was a hard experience. My sister was my best friend. But then they also showed me though
it was awkward that she was gonna get rid of you.
Well, it was awkward. No, the reason why it was awkward was because I recognized that she put the symbol and that I had always catered to her. And I asked, why was I so connected to her? And then they showed me what happened.
Wow.
So, and it was awkward just because I was really asking, is this real? Like, did this really happen? Because that was a time in my awakening experience where I'm like, okay, I'm fading in and out, and then I'm learning to retrust myself and my own intuition. Mm-hmm. So, but it was really awkward because we had to have a conversation. This is why it's awkward. Because we had a conversation about that lifetime.
So question, is your sister open to spirituality before you had this question? Is she looking at you like you got 3 heads on your shoulders?
Oh, she called me crazy and said I was Satan's daughter. Okay. And I'm like, well, I was like, grit recognizes grit. I love you, boo. But I was like, I really wish I was making this up. But I did Reiki on us, and she's really, so my job was to speak about it, to recognize it, to bring it to the forefront and to heal it. But it was very awkward moving forward because our relationship changed. So it was like,
you asked the question, you received the message, and,
yeah. And even though the message felt fuzzy at first, the symbolism with the X was clarification, and then everything came back of who it was. So symbols and stuff like that, and it wasn't bad. And here's the deal: I don't want people to, people are like, well, that's a bad thing. No, I chose to grow up with certain people. I chose these people to learn specific lessons with, and that's what we did, and we rocked it, and we closed them doors, but the journey was like really like what I had thought all along was not the reality that I witnessed today.
Yeah, for sure. Well, uh, yeah, that is definitely an awkward moment, but it also felt really heavy when you were telling me because it's awkward, right? Like you see your sister, she's putting this symbol and you know what it means. And it's like, but I love you. And why would you do that to me? You know?
Well, they showed me. So remember, though, I saw all timelines. So I saw the timeline before, and we were Indian. I was the Indian priestess, and her husband was killed in the tribe. And long story short, she was angry that she was left alone, and she felt like I was the reason that everything had happened, but it had nothing to do with me. It was evolution. So
Yeah.
it was that anger and that rage that we carry on to.
That you guys are supposed to work out this lifetime.
Yes, yes. And I'll be honest, the anger will implode. And yeah. So anywho, that was but it's beautiful because it was a part of my forgiveness.
Yeah.
Like my forgiveness. But it was definitely am I really experiencing this? Like is this really my reality? Now, what is your is this even real moments?
I mean, if I had so many, I think we had so many. I don't even know where to start. Um, and I still have those of what I see, what I see with my psychic eye,
Mm-hmm.
and I know it's real because the messages that I share with other souls that are open, it's real. So I have to trust the process. That's it. That's it. You have glitches, right? You have glitches. Um, but I think that's normal. My guys just showed me like Wreck-It Ralph, when she was glitching.
Mm-hmm.
That's what my guys
Yeah.
just showed me. Like, you have to laugh at yourself. You not take this stuff so seriously. You know what I mean? I laugh. I bust up laughing all the time because now I remember like I did a reading and her spiritual team, her spirits wanted me to tell her that they were with her, and then how they know that they're with her is because they're gonna go lingerie shopping with her because she's looking to buy new bras, and she starts busting up laughing and validating that. So that's a fun, awkward, right?
Yes.
Message, and I just trust what spirit brings through, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
you feel like you're glitching and you feel like you're trying to figure out it's not real, hey, you sound like Heather and I, and you're awakening and you
Mm-hmm.
are recognizing your soul and your spiritual team and learning more about yourself and honoring yourself.
Yeah. Well, and it's basically getting a strong intuitive hit. Really, we're that's and part of the reason why we don't see is because we rely on all of our other senses before awareness. So like we kind of have, and that's our psychic eye is awareness. You cannot have intuitive cycle, unless you have coherence and you're able to focus in, and all of us have it. And it's
Absolutely.
once you attune to it, and you maintenance it, because you do have to maintenance it to keep the portal open, strong. Um, but there was this one time though that I was with Aurora, and we were talking about something, and she was like, "How do you know all that?" She was like, "That's literally what I was just thinking, Heather." And I was like, "Wow." I was like, kind of like you. I was like, sometimes we're just in the same swell. It's just like, I just say what you're not saying. I
Been
guess.
there too.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
it is. It's like with the people, especially the people that you, well, me and you right now, like Heather and I, we can really tune into each other's thoughts because we share a lot of energy with each other from working with each other and spending time with each other. But I remember my old best friend, when my gifts came on, and same thing, Heather. Everything she was speaking, I was saying, freaked her out.
Yeah.
She was like walking around the house trying to bless it. And and the girl doesn't even drink alcohol, and she was trying to, but she cooks and bakes with alcohol. She was going to go find the alcohol to drink to tune me out.
Oh my gosh, that sounds like my sister. And then I was like, look, I could read your thoughts. And then I'm like, blah, 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 blah. And then she just looks at me and was like, because pretty much when we were
Yeah.
having that conversation, there was always a rebuttal. And my rebuttal was, I'm not, we're having this conversation with the highest of light for both of us, but we're not getting out of it. And I'm going to, whether you try to shut down and try to shut me out, we're having the conversation because she lived with me. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
I was like, this energy is in my home. It's seeping into my energy space. We need to address it in the highest of light. I'm like, whoo.
For sure.
Um, but yeah, that's the beautiful thing too about awakenings is you might the glitch may be that you're reading your partners or your kids' thoughts or
For sure.
energies. They're, like knowing what they're going to do next. Or because my dad always knew what I was doing as a kid. And I never understood how. And I'm like, oh, well, now I know. Like literally to the T. And I was like, did I just tell on myself?
Yeah.
Because I think I did half the time. Like, I don't think he really knew. Do you know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, I don't think he really knew the extent.
Well, that's being very intuitive and psychic with your kids. People that don't even think they're psychic know how to read their kids, right? And that's actually your psychic abilities, right?
Yeah.
You know when your
My,
kids are lying, you know when your kids are sick, right? Not
mhm.
even if they're saying they're fine. So, yeah, that's a time where people that are not want to believe in our psychic abilities will be like, okay, they can relate and might be like, agree,
Yep.
or
Or,
not realize how, in a lot of times, not realize how psychic they are.
well, all of us really are. Like, once we sit down and, like, once we observe and we slow down, because that's the thing. We just need to slow down and quit vibrating at the speed of the highway, at 65 miles an hour, maybe go 40. Ah, okay, so have you ever glitched in public? Um, like maybe at a party or had any um unusual conversations?
All the time.
Okay, well, what we got, Sam?
All the time. Okay, so recently that comes to mind, my girlfriend as a healer practitioner, I was giving her Reiki,
Mm-hmm.
and and she has a great sense of humor. And as I was giving her Reiki, heard her spirit said that she's gonna eat sausages later for dinner. Like, okay. I was like, "Hey, girl," because she gets my sense of humor. We're both healers. I was like, "Hey, girl, you're gonna eat sausages later. I'm just letting you know." She starts busting up laughing, and she tells me she doesn't even believe me. Right? She's not even one that eats sausages, from what she tells me. Okay, so
Yeah.
this is mind you, this is nighttime. This is 9 o'clock at night, and then I be damn. I think she texts me later that night or early in the morning that her partner, when they got home, saying, I'm hungry and I'm gonna make breakfast sausages. So it's like an inside like joke, right? She's like, I don't eat breakfast sausages, and her partner doesn't eat breakfast sausages, and all of a sudden her partner got a wild hair up their booty and wanted breakfast sausages, and she said she couldn't believe it.
That is hilarious. That's hilarious. Well, so I had a dash where it was a mother and a kid, and you could just hear the mom was buying the food because he wouldn't leave her alone because they were out of school, and I could just hear him. I want McDonald's, and he like was throwing a fit. All I could hear was like McDonald's in my, and I'm like, oh. And then when I dropped it off, I was like, "Here, little man,
Oh
here's
my
your
goodness!
McDonald's," because
So you
because I really
definitely
did not
picked up
understand
on
how the
all
hell
those
food was talking to me.
telepathic impressions on that
Yeah.
food. That's hilarious.
Yes. Well, so when people touch me, I even it got real bad. Like my sensitivities, like when I was touching people, I was reading their thoughts when they get real close to me.
Yeah,
Um,
I
and
take it.
most of them are silly. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah,
Just like
for sure.
random thoughts. But the ones that I catch on, though, it's funny how the energy leaves an impression,
Yeah,
and you may not even
it
know the
leaves
person, but you know the
impression.
person.
It leaves an impression. That's why when you pick up a pen, right? Who touched it last? I can pick it up and read that energy, right?
Yeah.
It leaves
Yes.
an impression. So
Yep.
for sure, because you're reading energy, there's nothing physical about it, right? Your essence went on that.
Yep.
Uh, I remember when my gifts first came online, I was mortified. My gifts first came online, and it's like, you gotta start going to social media, and I'm like, me, I'm not going on social media. And they were like, well, put in your hand. We need you to, we need you basically be boots on the ground and be brave and don't worry about what people think about. And so they really had my back and guided me because I was like a leaf shaking. And
Yeah.
I remember them telling me always to guide people to their heart and tell them about the heart, right? Anyway, I made this Facebook page and I'm like, close your eyes and go through your heart, right? Okay. I don't know how long after that, I started hearing somebody telepathically calling me a bitch.
Oh.
I hear you bitch. And I'm just like, who is that?
Who's in my ear hole? Who's in my
Well,
ear
that's
space?
somebody sending that message to me
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
vibrationally.
Absolutely.
And anyway, I did find out who it was. Spirit revealed them. And this was somebody that was never really on my Facebook and somehow got my Facebook and decided never on my Facebook, like never. And I went back because I figured out who it was and it was shown to me and she liked my posts that day. So that's how I figured. I was like, okay, you watch. And when I said close your eyes, that's when she was like, this is what she was saying. She's like, yeah, close your eyes, bitch.
Well,
So,
and we pick up
hey,
on stuff like that.
but spirit gave me insight so I can learn
Yeah.
those wisdoms, right? So I'm aware of those
Well, so
expressions.
remember I'll tell you one of mine was, and then we'll move along and we'll close up the segment. Remember when I called you and I was like, Sam, I just saw this cat get hit by a car and it was gone, and then I looked
Yeah.
up the symbolism and it said that someone close was doing sneaky stuff behind my back. So, because I told you, like, if I don't,
Dun, dun,
I
dun.
know my guys are good enough. They're gonna send shit out. I don't. I pay attention to symbols, and
Yeah.
things
And the
around me,
information
because
that you're
I know that that's messages too. You know what I mean? Because that's how I get a lot of my messages, and through like meditation, past life regressions on myself, others, and really, anyway, literally the next day, two of my closest people I had a falling out with, and it was all about boundaries. And I was like, I'll be damned. That was like the glitch. Like, did I really just, like the cat literally, like, because I felt bad.
cat took a big impact, right? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You took a big impact. And we're sending Reiki and loving and healing to that cat right now. Just
Yes, yes. And thank you for being my guide that day. And he
absolutely.
was sent off with love that day, because that was a message that I was like, wow. And messages come in
It
all
was a
shapes and
powerful
forms.
message, that's for sure.
Yes, yes. And we're very protected. And see, since we have, so I had to close some of, because I was too open. That was when I was learning to contain my vessel. So they showed me in other ways, because I had to shut down some of the telepathy because of the cords that I was working through. That was part of the ways that they were getting through.
Yeah.
So
It's
yeah.
your own learning and spirit showing me is like knowing how to put those energies in a different
For,
uh shift, a gear shift.
yes,
Then knowing
yes.
how to move those gear shift. That's what my guys are showing me.
Yeah.
So, hey,
And we don't
it
and we don't have time to sit there and think about it. We have to be alchemizing in the moment. So
yeah.
they're saying, okay, we're going to show you. You're going to have to alchemize instantly, because that's how it rolls this year. So I was like, damn, better pay attention to them signs. No.
Hey, just we're on here. We're showing you our spiritual awkward moments and learning with the spiritual awkward moments that they're normal, and to
Yes.
laugh at yourself, and so you don't cry.
Yes, because there are moments, and we're gonna wrap up the segment with that, but we're gonna finish with a couple things like Samantha said. Laugh at yourself. We're supposed to be enjoying this. It is
Yes,
an experience that you work through. It's not an easy experience. There are going to be times that you feel like you're here or you're there, and like you're fading, like you're on different dimensions, or you wake up and you're like, oh,
and we're to
or
breathe, be in the present, ground, be with people that validate you, that respect you and your story, and be a truly authentic yourself, and have
yes.
awkward.
And have awkward friends like you, because they
Yes.
will help you along the way. Because I swear, I asked Sam, I'm going crazy. She's like, you're not going crazy. That's normal, Heather. I'm like, I swear I'm going crazy. I was like, I'm saying stuff. I'm hearing
Hey, ditto.
stuff.
It's like ditto back to you, because I'll be feeling crazy and I'll be talking to and we're saying this so lighthearted and
Yes.
loving. It's just energy that are integrating in us, and we just appreciate that we have each other.
Yes.
Because like if I try to talk to my husband, and that's an awkward moment, and he can't, it's like the math ain't mathing for him. So I'm all in the woods by myself with crickets.
Yes. Yes. And not everyone understands, whew, not everyone wants to know the awakening process, even though they're going through it too. And I always say, the more you resist it, the more difficult it is. Like, I decided to resist it, because that's all I ever knew how to do, instead of go with the flow. um, I don't know. I just always like to take the long route, the scenic route, that straight neck
Oh,
road.
unless you're on vacation, Heather.
Oh,
So you guys, if you have questions about the February 7th Cosmic Chicks, A Journey to the Heart, we forgot to give our phone numbers. My phone number is, please text, is 513-374-6929. I'll get back with you in a day. Heather, do you want to share your phone number?
Yep. Mine is 937-751-0031. There is a Facebook event. We would love for you to please go through the link to purchase the tickets. I'm going to create the Eventbrite link so that you'll be linked directly to Eventbrite to be able to purchase the tickets. This helps us account for how many spots we need and kind of how to plan according to the numbers and the turnout. So if you could please purchase the tickets in advance. However, if you would like to come and show up at the, just show up day of,
Yeah,
that is fine too.
absolutely.
Not a problem. Just please text us and let us know in advance so that we can at least have the head count. That's most important. So.
And with our collected family support, it helps us produce more content like this, and more events in the future. And we have some really, really big, exciting events coming in for the summer, but we're not done crossing all the T's and dotting the I's to announce.
Mm-hmm.
So, hey, 2026 with the Fire Horse. Hey, we're on a move.
Hey, and we're already starting off.
It's good.
Hey, we already started off with some February self-love with the heart journey.
Yeah.
And that's gonna be so much fun because Sam, we might wind up doing both of us doing sound. We're gonna kind of collaborate but Samantha's gonna do the meditation. And then we're gonna be doing the yoga. It's just gonna be so much fun. And we're going to keep you guys posted on the event, but that's all we have for you guys tonight.
So February the 7th, 1 to 4, 1757 Chase Avenue, North Side, Cincinnati.
Oh,
Social media where you can get that zip code that I can't remember right now.
that's all
But
good.
if you look up North Side, it is the best side. Come check us out and integrate and reflect and receive good energies. And
Yes.
Heather and I's Sacred Cosmic Chix podcast event.
Awesome. All right. Well, one love, everyone, and we will see you in 2 weeks. You guys have a grand day.
See ya.